The Trade Federation was one of the main financial backers to the CIS during the Clone Wars. However, we see a group of Neimoidians led by Lot Dod maintain a seat in the Republic's Senate. But how exactly was this allowed? Now, the first thing that we need to establish is that the seat Lot Dod controlled in the Republic did not actually belong to the Trade Federation, although it was more or less subject to the Trade Federation's demands. To fully understand this, we'll have an overlook of the Neimoidians' government and how the Trade Federation fits into it. So, the Neimoidians are from the Canton Neimoidia system, which is in the colony sector. Now, this system was largely made up of what is referred to as purse worlds, which means that they're sources of great amounts of income. The largest of these purse worlds was Canton Neimoidia itself. The colonies sector separates the core from the inner rim, and is connected to large amounts of trade routes and wealthy systems. This is how Neimoidians became famed for wealth and incredible amounts of trade. With Canton Neimoidia's extravagant hanging cities, they became a centre of opulence, and for generations, the Neimoidians became famed traders. However, they also developed as being untrustworthy and cutthroat in their dealings. Now, the Canton Neimoidia system and all their purse worlds were controlled by the inner circle of incredibly rich Neimoidians, who, due to their extreme wealth and importance in galactic trade deals, were given a seat in the Senate, and Lot Dod was the chairman of this envoy sent by the Inner Circle. Now, the Trade Federation have a huge part in ruling Canton Neimoidia, and majority of its influential elite were members of the Trade Federation, including, you guessed it, Lot Dod. Now, this blatantly puts him in quite a compromising place, because although he is subject to the demands of the Trade Monarch and his inner circle, he must also answer to Gunray, who arguably has more power than anyone in his system, as he is the Viceroy of the Trade Federation. Essentially, Lot Dod is the representative of Canton Neimoidia, but at the same time, he is a member of the Trade Federation, and therefore answers to Gunray. So he really is in a compromising position. He has to act in the best interests of Canton Neimoidia, but also he can't do anything that endangers the Trade Federation's interests. And obviously, when the Trade Federation is at war with the Republic, which Canton Neimoidia is a part of, there's going to be some crossed wires there. Now, the situation with the Neimoidians became even more difficult when the Trade Federation began liquidating many of its assets on Canton Neimoidia in order to fund the war and build more droid factories. Now, why did the Republic allow this to happen? The Trade Federation had a pawn in the Republic Senate, they were using funding from worlds that were officially loyal to the Republic, and the Neimoidians even had the audacity to demand Republic protection from potential CIS invasion. But, simply put, they couldn't push the Neimoidians too far. You see, the Trade Federation was blatantly playing both sides, and the Neimoidians were obviously making huge amounts of money from their impartiality. But the simple fact was that they were too important to make an enemy of. If the Republic pushed too hard, they risked the Neimoidians joining the CIS. And if this happened, they'd have a very well provisioned and powerful enemy right on their doorstep. Not only this, but the Neimoidians controlled much of the galaxy's trade, even that the Trade Federation didn't, and annoying them too much could bring about a trade war, which the Republic definitely couldn't afford as they were spending so much of their money on clones and fighting the war as is. Ultimately, the Republic was forced to cater to the Neimoidians' corrupt demands and allow their enemy to infiltrate their very highest level of government. But what do you think? Was the Republic wrong to appease the Neimoidians and the Trade Federation? Thanks for watching, I hope that you enjoyed. If so, please remember to like, sub and share, as it's really appreciated and helps the channel grow. Also, don't forget to tick the bell if you want to stay up to date on my latest videos, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter at TheLoreGuy for regular updates. Thanks again for watching, I really do hope that you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.